K Black. Yeah, I know who I am. Shout out to the LDBC. Let's talk a little bit about women's boxing. The Queen, Claressa Shields, the GOAT, is set to return October 5th, 2019, in her hometown of Flint, Michigan. She's going to be fighting a fighter by the name of, I believe her name is pronounced Ivana Habazin. I never heard of her. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and act like I have. And I'm pretty sure I'm butchering her name, but y'all catch my drift. Well, Claressa Shields is set to fight and try to capture titles in her third division. In boxing today, we know it's corrupt. It's been that way since the beginning of time. So unification, might as well don't even say undisputed. It's very hard to obtain. Whether it's promoters, advisors, managers, and just even the boxing organizations, the title organizations, the sanctioning bodies, or even just the boxers alone, is making it very difficult to, like I said, not even, unify, but undisputed is almost out of the question these days, man. So if you see unification, kudos, man. Undisputed, it's probably not going to happen anymore. I know it's sad and unfortunate. I can care less about the belts. And the reason why I'm saying that, because at one point in time, I think that Ring Magazine was the main belt. Then entered the other sanctioning bodies because they seen they can get money off of it. Whether it was WBC first and WBA, then IBF, and then WBO way long after that. So you need those four titles to be considered undisputed. But if the sanctioning bodies not even working with one another, and promoters and everybody else surrounding the boxing, and the boxers not working with one another to try to for that to happen, it's gonna be almost impossible, man. But be that as it may, we do have 3 undisputed boxers in the sport of boxing today. And they also happen to be in the women's division. Now, we know the women's division don't get the light shine on it like they should. Boxing as a whole, it's not big as football, basketball, baseball, and things of that nature. We know that for a fact, but we definitely know the men divisions is definitely way ahead than the women division. So you got 3 undisputed fighters in boxing. Claressa Shields is one, Cecilia Brækhus is another, and Katie Taylor is the third. In the whole thing of boxing, the whole world of boxing, these 3 fighters are the only one that's undisputed. Let's talk about Claressa Shields, man, honestly. I give props to Taylor and Brækhus as well, but they not from the States like Claressa Shields is. Don't you know Claressa Shields is a 2-time gold medalist? I believe she only lost weight 1 time as an amateur. She avenged that loss. She have unified at 168, became undisputed at 160, and she attempted to grab titles even at 154. So she's coming down in weight, not going up. You know how fighters usually go up in weight for one reason or another, but this is coming down in weight because she truly is trying to find out who the best is. When she says she's the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time, if people don't know what that means, she really trying to establish that and say that's what she is. So my thing is, man, if you got a certain fighter who is considered to be pound for pound, who, also won 2 gold medals, who also, only got like 1 loss as an amateur and advanced that loss, who also have grabbed titles in different divisions, and possibly might be going undisputed. If he can be in his handful of fights, he got a loss already, okay? And Claressa Shields' case, she's still undefeated. Now, I know some people are going to be like, hey, men and women boxing is different. Okay, you can say that. But, let's put that aside for a second. If he could be considered one of the best in a handful of fights, been a 2-time gold medalist, and a champion in a couple of divisions, even a unified champion in another one. Why can't Claressa Shields be considered one of the best? Not only just as in her division, in the women's division, but in just boxing in general. Because this sister, like I stated, is a 2-time gold medalist. Won titles, is going for opportunity to win titles in three different divisions. And she already became unified in one and undisputed in another. And she haven't lost. And she done this in lesser fights than the individual that's some considered a pound-for-pound fighter to boxing today. You know, so my whole thing is, man, when she fight October 5th, I'll make a prediction when the fight become close. I just think that it's time that we got to shed light on these women. Because these only people who are undisputed and not allowing all that extra BS to get in the way of becoming undisputed. You know, so like I stated earlier in this video, it seems as if in the men division, the state of undisputed is becoming almost irrelevant. Even unification is becoming irrelevant. And at this time, I can care less about the belts, and the reason why I'm saying it, because at one point in time, it's nothing like seeing those guys hold all the belts. It's nothing like seeing and say, you know what, when we look at each division, we can tell who's the best of the best. Unfortunately, we can't do it in the main division at this time. You know, at 160, in the women's division, we know it's Claressa Shields, she got all the belts. At 135, we know it's Katie Taylor, she got all the belts. At 147, we know Cecilia Brecker, she got all the belts. We can't say that in the other divisions, man. For one reason or another, it seems as if it's escaping us, man, and it's going to be a thing of the past, and it's sad and unfortunate, man. But it's K Black, man. I just want to shed a little bit of light on the women's division and give props to Queen Claressa Shields, man, the GWOAT, man.